I don't know. I'm not the dev for the game. I'm not trying to be the dev for the game. They're doing a good job of making the Watcher more and more interesting with every iteration on it. I think they'll probably get there. I have faith in the process. I have sat by and watched it at work, making Defect into a really fun class to play. When I started playing the game, Ironclad and Silent were both already partially done, but not fully done, so I also saw a decent amount of that. Gorillafant, hello! Oh, the best relic swap? Probably Runic Pyramid. I'm not sure though. Oh fuck, Flying Knee, no! I was reading Twitch chat. How could you do this to me? The game should make all of the cards glow yellow. Just all of the time, so that you know that you can play them. The thing where they make only situational cards glow yellow when you can play them is not enough for me. I need more help. Dagger Spray or Caltrops? I'll take the Dagger Spray. It's like... eh. There are definitely fights where Caltrops is a lot better than Dagger Spray, but... Dagger Spray is probably better in this fight, for example. I wasn't there for Wound, Sentries, and Zero Cost Apotheosis. I was there for Zero Cost Apotheosis. I was not there for Wound, Sentries. Zero Cost Apotheosis was really weird because at that point in the game, there wasn't Ascension yet, and like there wasn't like Act 4 or the Heart. So the thing that Apotheosis did, like, I don't know, it was really weird to talk about game balance back then because you could just like win every time no matter what you did. I'm exaggerating a bit, right? But a lot of the time when you were talking about like which things are better than which other things, you're talking about like, oh yeah, I win the game 99% of the time. And I'm saying that you only win it 98.9% of the time because you do this thing wrong. And it's like, there's no like signal there. Just a bunch of noise. I didn't think that Apotheosis was very good at Zero, but like, that's because of the context that it was in. All a mess. Oddly Smooth Stone, Footwork, Skewer, or Card Remove? Definitely this. No way we ever don't buy that. I don't like have to buy Footwork. We just go Skewer, Card Remove, upgrade Skewer. That gives us enough damage to actually kill the elite, which we're lacking at the moment. That's the problem with buying Footwork, is like, against Gremlin Nob, we walk into the fight and die right now. Which is not a very good strategy. So I can buy Fire Potion or Skewer to fix that, and I think Skewer is probably the more appealing option. I think I have to buy Skewer. And then once I've bought Skewer, like, is Footwork better than a card remove here? Strikes are really bad when you have a Skewer plus in your deck. And we already have the Oddly Smooth Stone, so we're already doing okay. I don't know. I talked myself out of buying a Footwork in that store, basically. Feels a little bit rough, perhaps. I'm trying to avoid death. I mean, it's nice to have goals, right? Just barely short of Skewer killing next turn. Too bad. You'd be ashamed that your first heart kill was Ascension 0. Of course not. Hey, we got a footwork anyway. Easy game. I have a Dreamcatcher now. I want to like upgrade once and rest once. So the question is, this is very minute. It doesn't really matter that much which order we do them in over the next 2 campfires. If I rest now, I might get a better card to upgrade. If I smith now, I might open the chest and it will have like a regal pillow in it or a metal ball or something, and then I'll end up deciding to do something different the next campfire. Remember when stacking Echo Form increased the amount of times a single card got played? Yeah, I do. So like multiple Echo Forms just went completely, yeah, that was certainly a thing back in the day. I think I'm gonna rest because my upgrades aren't that great. Like Neutralize is okay, Footwork's fine. I think Footwork's a much better upgrade later than it is now. Backstab, Flechette. Backstab, that's fine. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Those were very good floors. I don't know if I beat Lagavulin. Let's buy a potion before we try to kill another elite. Or dash. Dash probably does it. How is he so lucky? I just got all of my bad luck out of the way in the last 10 runs, of which I have won 1. How much money to revert Lucker to its original state? I don't remember what Lucker was in its original state. We'll say $1 billion. $1 billion should cover it. Why did I change it? Because somebody else paid me to change it. It's like the invisible hand of capitalism or something or other. Something about a market? I don't remember. I wonder if the name Adam became more or less popular on account of Adam Smith. Like, I assume that the name Jorbs has become significantly more popular. Some of you out there are parents, right? And I assume that you're naming your children Jorbs. So I've had that effect on the name Jorbs. I wonder if, like, Adam was... Infinite Blades and Outmaneuver. You've already named 3 of your children Jorbs. It's a good name. It's a good name. Unisex. Easy to read and pronounce. There is some dialectical difference. In some countries it's Jorbs, in some countries it's Jorbs. But for the most part, it's not too bad. Just trying to work out if we want die or not. I already have a Vajra and a Dagger Spray, which like just is a die, more or less. I feel like 2's probably fine. Speaking of die, it is possible that we do die against the Guardian. If you show proof that your child is named Jorbs, will they get a free sub? I wonder if there are, like, legal consequences of me saying yes to that question. Like, if I can't go to jail for saying yes to that, I probably should be able to go to jail for saying yes to that. I feel like you can name a cat Jorbs because cats' names or whatever, but a dog probably would have trouble hearing the name Jorbs. I think a dog would love being called Jorbs. Jorbs is like a great dog name. Hey, gingerbread pimp. I'm sorry to hear that, Je suis. Thanks, Chinphysis. Will your child appreciate the name Defect? I don't think Defect is a great children's name. That one does not have my seal of approval. That was the first sneeze of the cold I'm getting. Fuck. Fuck. I don't want to be sick. I am a spooky ghost. I guess I'll just take that Sozu. I wish I had better potions with it, but 4 energy seems really good with Skewer and Vajra and Bag of Prep. And okay with Dash, I don't know. Spirings go okay so far. I'm a simple man, I see Wraith Form and I press like. Men are complicated creatures. They want 17 different things. All of them are Wraith Form. And it's disgusting. Yeah. I guess Wraith Form. Like, I guess they never attack after we stop being intangible, so it's pretty free, right? Cloak and Dagger is sort of cute here. It gets the 1 dex and the 1 strength. Like an Iron Wave. I don't have that many other reasons to care about it, though. I don't like have an after image or 1,000 cuts or a letter opener or yada 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 yada. Mostly just, do I think we need more block cards or not? We need one more block card. Wraith Form makes it hard to tell a little bit. This is a really interesting choice. I don't know. I think that if I know that I'm not getting offered Ninja Scroll or Snecko Eye, I'm meant to keep Ring of the Snake, but there's a significant chance that I do get offered Ninja Scroll or Snecko Eye, and if that happens, I like very clearly should be giving away Ring of the Snake here. I don't give away Oddly Smooth Stone, that's sort of insane. But I wonder what the what the numbers are on like what percentage of the time I see a Ninja Scroll or Snecko Eye, and how big a deal it is, whether I do or don't. I don't know, it's a really weird. I just like don't conceptually even have the numbers to understand that. I guess that I see Snecko Eye or Ninja Scroll in 30% of runs from here. That would be like my eyeball of it. And I would guess... So I'd need it to be twice as relevant as when I don't. Nah, I think I'm not meant to do it. Seemed close though, seemed interesting. Do I really need 9 cards on turn 1? Generally in this game, you don't like say no to having more resources out of a sense of moral character or charity or whatever. Well, I don't really need more food. Do I really need 9 cards on turn 1? Wouldn't these be better given to others? That's not really like a thing that you do in this game where you were trying to have as many things as possible. All right. One more footwork seems good. I have 4 strikes. I think I'd take this. +1 card in the deck overall. It lost me 3 current HP, which doesn't seem like that big a deal. I'm playing some Dicey Dungeon lately. I played Dicey Dungeon one night. I was very drunk. I remember bits and pieces. The witch was weird. The like blackjack robot was pretty bizarre. The unimaginative alias. How long has it been since Chernobyl came out? The documentary, not the news. It's not a documentary, is it? The like mini-series. Couple of months or something. I feel like my life has been so like sparse and empty now that I'm not watching that show for the first time again. Really good show. 4 to 5 months, please. I'm enjoying Secession at the moment. Fun one. Uh-oh. We don't really need to rest because we have bites, right? Interesting. I don't have caltrops. This is my vulnerable path. Why leg sweep over well-laid plans upgrade there, huh? By well-laid plans upgrade, do you mean I could have taken a second well-laid plans? Or did I upgrade legs? Oh, I upgraded leg sweep because it's really fucking good. Really, really, really fucking good. Yeah. Weakening things is useful in this one. Be careful not to die. I hold the shiv and let the Book of Stabbing consider the mistakes it has made in life. Got a regal pillow. That'll do absolutely nothing. Sort of lacking like malaise, a piercing wail. Stuff like that is very noticeably missing at the moment. Could make more Spire chats. You won't want to bite. You are unsure about it. Some things are difficult to analyze because they're sort of weird. Like they do stuff that's different from most things. A lot of the time, I think are best served by just not overcomplicating it. So like bites are a thing that deal damage and give you sustain and take away your max HP. And then you think about how important those different things are for your current run and come up with some sort of answer regarding how good they are right now. But yeah, you sort of have to think about that every single time. Oh, I didn't think that was killing outright. Whoops. Yeah, I had bites in hand. Maybe I didn't count this strength or something. I don't know. I don't know what I did. Lauren and Cats. Thunder Jacob, thanks for the 5 months. Hogbomo show to you as well. Alright. Dig, 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 dig. 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 Dig, dig, dig. We could, like, upgrade well-laid plans or footwork at this point. I think they would both be okay. But, like... this is Jorbs.television, so... yeah. Oh, don't do that, Rally. Come on. Your pet rocket doesn't deserve that. Or like killing this one. And then we don't get to attack this turn, but... next turn, it feels like we're sort of set. And die better than Glass Knife for Act 2. Maybe? Oh. It is an AoE attack. Leopard Lee, thanks for the 9 months. Agbomo show to you as well. I don't think I have ever in my entire life had to choose between Glass Knife and Die at a card reward. Maybe I have. I guess at like the end of boss fights in Act 1 sometimes I do. I think you know, your AoE damage and your single target damage are very different things, and they do different things. So you're just gonna pick one or the other based on what you need the most help with. Can't upgrade 1000 cuts because we're digging at every campfire, so let's just leave. Should be able to get back to full health in this fight. Would I ever buy Sadistic Nature at the store? I might have done that once in my life. It's not very good. But if I'd accidentally typoed and removed dig there, what would have happened? I only, like, lord over this channel by, like, a tenuous sort of agreement amongst the viewers that none of them will coordinate and overthrow me. I wake up every morning with a healthy fear for my life and the knowledge that, you know, the power of the population of people who deem to let me run this broadcast is much greater than the power of my own. I feel like if I deleted dig, it would be the end for me. Twitch chat teleports behind me, yeah. Just get a Snapchat from like Meow Meow the Meowmer, and it's just a picture of the back of my head. Ugh. Ah! Ah! I once drafted Sadistic Nature with Prism and laughed at how bad it was until I died. Yep, that sounds like a thing I've done. Weapon Cloud's like worse than usual because I can't press upgrade on it. Good, good, good dig. Good dig. That was a good one. That was one of the better digs. Nothing personnel. Taking my rares. I don't really think we can win this fight, but we'll see. Got no scaling damage in this deck. Unless you count Skewer. Not sure that that's like a legitimate thing you can do. Not sure that Skewer is damage scaling. $18.24. Erasmus, thanks for the 19 months. Very happy Ogbomo show to you as well, Erasmus. Hope you're doing well. Zephyr is the chosen one. Zephyr spends a very large amount of time in bed asleep. I feel like, if Zephyr is like the biggest danger to me and my leadership of this community, I can probably placate that danger with like occasional catnip, regular food, and clean litter. And I don't feel like doing those things is really beyond me. I think it will be alright. We really don't have scaling damage. Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't joking. We really don't have scaling damage. Is it over? Is it done? Maybe the Eagles will save us. Feels like a Watcher fight. We're like weaving in and out of defensive and offensive stances. Getting punches in when we can. I still have a Wraith Form. I think this is actually fine. The Wraith Form buys me, what, 5 turns or something? I think we're okay. Will we get some of this strength when the fight ends? Or does, like, all of the strength get wasted? Where does it go? Alright, act is over. I like Nightmare. I like playing Nightmare and Wraith Form together. I want Snecko Eye or Runic Pyramid. Those are really good. I have a 9-card starting hand, right? Maybe that plus the bites makes it Runic Pyramid. It's really nice to hold the bites. I'm not even mentioning Nightmare Wraith Form Plus, which is, you know. So I need some way to discard cards, I think. I don't think I have enough energy without a Concentrate or a... I don't know, something like a Concentrate. And if I can grab that, I think it's really hard to lose from here. Jonathan, thanks very much for the 5 months. Bomo show to you as well. You can see the difficulty here. It is 20 flames. Good. Doof Boy, thanks for the 8 months. Angabomo show to you as well. Gonna play Code Vein. Hey, Mr. Beastimon. There's been some excitement about me playing Code Vein. I'm expecting some good memes out of you all. Oh, I should have killed the one that was attacking for 14. It doesn't matter, I full block anyway. Genius. I should get a Noxious Fumes. Jeez. I've been working on a lot of stuff recently, Wolf. If I played that and never drew attacks, then died. Deadly Poisson. Hit me with that. The Catalyst? Not an upgraded Catalyst, but I have a Nightmare. We are presumably not going to not take that. I think removing a bite is fine. Maybe removing dash at this point is best, though. I wonder if dash is okay against Time Eater. That'd be the only thing. Hey, leave Code Vein a couple more hours so you can get home from work. I'll see what I can do. I could get rid of well-laid plans. I'm fighting a weakened one. I think I keep dash because it's good against Time Eater. Maybe we get rid of a bite. Maybe that's fine. Ooh. Ooh. Question marks have been very generous this run. Good fight. Two catalysts. Oh, mega lol. That's a starting turn. Imagine having the nerfed intangible there. Oh yeah. So I should probably play Deadly Poison before my Crippling Cloud and Catalysts. Also maybe play Nightmare before it. This is very awkward. Still didn't draw Deadly Poison. Wraith Form Survivor? Footwork Survivor Dash? $11, $13, $24. I take 6. There's a decent chance I could have worked out a way to guarantee taking no damage in the fight or whatever, but it seems like too much thinking right now. Okay, Wraith Form Deadly Poison. Alright, that'll work. I could have had like 1 more health or something. Did Preserved Insect not reduce the added health? Maybe not, I don't know. Wasn't paying attention to that, to be honest. Malaise is going to be helpful against Time Eater and the Heart. Can offer our die, which is like not so great, and max HP seems good. Definitely die was better earlier in the run, right? What's my secret to staying so beautiful? Video games, video games in general, inactivity, yeah. Skewer plus Akabeko. It's true, isn't it? Do you have those? Bad sleep schedule as well. Yep, that helps. It's all part of it, right? Now I will slowly kill the Reptimancer. Raptomancer, my friend. I won't sub with Twitch Prime is now hosting me. How exciting. It's actually sort of incredible, like, just sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day, talking with a bunch of people. It can be really stressful. If you look at, like, young Jorbs right now, Jorbs from a few years ago, there's a picture of me from like 5 years ago before I got into streaming. So it does like take its toll, right? Man, I used to be a looker though. Used to be a real looker. I still feel okay about it. Toy ornithopter. Why did I cut my hair? No, it all fell out. It all fell out from the dig spam. As Rot, thanks for the 3 months. Ongbomoshu to you as well. What do I think is more stressful, streaming or becoming president? It would be very stressful for me if I woke up one morning and I had become the president. That would... that would be a very confusing moment in my life. Yes, Enderon. I just Nightmare Wraith Form, maybe? Can't really lose, but it takes such a long time to win if we do that. 7, 14, 28. We get Noxious Fumes. Or like Catalyst upgrades. Why am I digging? What the fuck am I doing? Why don't I just like press the upgrade on the Catalyst one time and win the run instantly? I don't know. Because it entertains chat, which makes me money. I don't care about money that much. No, it's fun though.
They're a convenient way to watch my old long war campaigns. They have playlists on the YouTube. You can watch them there. On the YouTubes. Add 0 block. Oops. I'm gonna get a runic dodecahedron from this and be at 65 health. Falling it right now. Close one. That was an Akabeko'd Skewer. Incredible. But this is the power of Akabeko. So the first catalyst applies 1 poison, and the second catalyst applies 2 poison. By the time that we play the 64th catalyst, the chessboard has more grains of rice in it than the mass of the entire kingdom. Unfortunately, we don't have 64 catalysts here. GG. Good fight. Well played, the Maw. Haven't seen it concentrate, huh? Let's recall now. I have to try to be really quick about upgrading Catalyst at next campfire so that nobody notices that I didn't dig. I will distract you with an anecdote that you're not thinking about it. All of my anecdotes are about streaming. That's unfortunate. I should go outside more. Should I tell new stories about TwitchCon, or should I just tell the same stories that I've already told and assume that a lot of you weren't there when I told them the first time? What's like the right way to go about that? What's the socially expedient way to manage deciding which stories to tell here? You weren't here for the first telling? I got to TwitchCon on Friday night. It took a very, very painfully long time to get to San Diego. My flight was delayed and all sorts of miserable things happened. It wasn't great. And I went pretty much immediately to an F2K team dinner. And Filthy Robot was there.
And we had some drinks. Filthy Robot and I are good friends who enjoy alcohol on occasion and responsibly. Know your limits. And so we were both pretty drunk. I was more drunk than Filthy. Filthy holds alcohol frighteningly well. I don't really understand how he does it. And we get done with the team dinner, and we're like trying to work out what we're gonna do next, because I mean, I just got there, so I still have a ton of energy for the evening. People who had been there for a day already were like, some of them were ready to go to sleep, but Filthy and I weren't. And so we headed over to another bar with one of the staff members for F2K. Good guy. Friendly fellow. And so we're sitting there at the next bar. Yes, I did it. Fuck yes. Fuck you all. I got you. None of you noticed. Alright. Anyway, we were sitting there at the next bar, and I was very inebriated, and we were just talking about like renegotiating contracts and stuff, and what we liked about the team, and what we thought could be improved, and all this stuff. And I remember bits and pieces of what I said, like definitely gave some feedback that I had been meaning to give, which was good. Although perhaps not in the most concise way possible. And then the day that I got back from TwitchCon, I got a message saying that Matt really enjoyed having beers with us and had forwarded our feedback on to both of the CEOs of the company. Just like, anyway, fun times. Hey Ragno. Sorry if that anecdote was shit. It was just an excuse to not dig. Like I was just tricking you into not digging, right? Yeah, anyway. My second day at TwitchCon, it was my first convention as anybody other than, like, what's the word for someone who goes to a convention and isn't there for, like, the events, but is there because they want to, like, see the things there because they're cool? Like, guest? I don't know. Attendee. And that's how F2K became F2 Dig. God, I hope so. Yeah, it was the first convention I've gone to where I like actually like had something to do with the industry and had specific things that I was doing there and everything. And I walked in on the first day and it was like pretty overwhelming. I was quite hungover. I spent like 2 hours just walking around trying to work out where everything was and make a list of all of the things that I thought were cool. And then the second day, I was just like boom, 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 going from stall to stall, talking to people, doing my meet and greet. It was great once I got into the swing of it. A lot of fun. I think I will go next year as well. First day of new school. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I seem to have all of my health back, which is sort of cool. A little unexpected, but I guess that happened. Why play catalysts? The alternative is holding them in my hand. Doesn't seem very good. Get any big deals from companies? I feel like if somebody wants to sponsor me, they're going to reach me by like email or through F2K or something. It's pretty hard to... Like a lot of the people who were at the expo looking to sign deals with people were there because it was like difficult to find the people they wanted to sign deals with, whereas for me it's like, oh yeah, we have a Slay the Spire game, who are we gonna do a deal with? Oh, Jorbs. And then I like get an email. But I had some really interesting conversations with people who I didn't have any idea about. There were like 6 different stalls for energy drinks, and they all had like different angles on it. I thought that was pretty interesting. Energy drinks are fascinating to me. Like, I just don't really understand how they're a thing and how they work. Possibly because caffeine is like mildly addictive? Is that how they do it? I don't know. You don't understand how coffee is a thing. Caffeine is classed as like the lowest relevance of addiction, right? Or whatever. Like, yes, this is addictive, but we don't put health warnings on it because it doesn't really have like super negative effects to your body. Something like that. I'm not a coffee drinker myself, so I don't really get it. Caffeine is habit forming, but not clinically addictive. Alright. Those words sound like you know what you're talking about, but I don't really understand what they mean and what the... Yeah, I believe you though. There are definitely a lot of people in the world who like wake up and want to have a coffee, right? How about sugar? I'm pretty sure sugar and caffeine are in the same category in the US. They're both like accepted to be addictive, but not thought to be so detrimental that it's worth like whatevering. Like the thing that they put on nicotine products where it's like, nicotine will kill you, ah! They don't bother putting that for like sugar or caffeine because I don't really, like, none of it really makes sense to me, so I can't really exactly tell you why it is how it is. Sugar's more addictive and generally worse for you than caffeine? Alright, I'll believe it. Yeah, I don't know. It all seems very weird to me. Saying sugar is addictive is like saying water is addictive. Is that? They both have the word "is" in them. Maybe I should have nightmared a catalyst for this fight. Maybe this will be like way worse than I was thinking it was gonna be. I'm certainly not enjoying this turn right now. Addiction is a primary chronic disease of brain reward, motivation, memory, and related circuitry. Dysfunction in these circuits these words all have more than 4 syllables. This is not a good environment for me to process what that paragraph means, really. It says addiction is bad. Alright, I'm down with that. Jorbs equals bird. Bird equals food. Food equals plants equals coal equals fuel equals gas equals running. Thank you, Pickle Man. That's more like it. If you could repeat that using images, that would be helpful for me as well. I have no idea. Dynarukin hat, maybe. This is my official stance on all of this stuff. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me, and I don't get it. That's just where I am out with it, and you know, that's where I'm at with it. You're addicted to Jorbs. What do you do? There are a lot of ways in which, like, running a Twitch broadcast interfaces with addiction. That's a real thing. I try to not run a show that is hard to turn off. When I was in my, like, early 20s, I used to have a ton of trouble sleeping sometimes. Once I fell asleep, it was fine, but I have a lot of trouble falling asleep. And my problem was I'd just keep on, like, thinking nonstop about, like, what happened during the day. Or maybe I was reading a book and I'd be thinking nonstop about the stuff I was reading about in the book or something. I just couldn't make my brain turn off. Just kept going and going and going and going nonstop. And I found what worked for me really well, and this worked like insanely well actually. Falsius, thank you for the 7 months. I'm going to show to you as well. Was I got a book of short stories by T.S. Eliot, just like on a whim, just like randomly basically. T.S. Eliot? Ernest Hemingway? Fuck, I don't know. Some author from the 1800s or 1900s who wrote short stories. Edgar Allan Poe? Fuck, I don't know. And these short stories were just very self-contained and very logical. When I started the short story, I didn't really have to have any outside knowledge about anything that was going on in the world. I just, like, started the short story, it told me who the characters were, it told me what I needed to care about. Then I went through the short story, and at the end of the short story, I didn't need to take any lesson away from it or connect it to anything else that was going on in the world. It was like, okay, this was a contained, logical thing. It doesn't really have any relevance to the rest of my life, but it was just like a way to get my brain to focus on a specific thing that just like didn't matter that much. And once my brain did that, I'd like just like at the end of the story, I'd fall straight asleep. And it really, really, really worked very well for me. And ever since then, I've been doing stuff like that to fall asleep. Like, I started watching chess videos, where it's like a 10 to 15 minute long game of chess. And there's like, chess demands all of my attention because I'm thinking about all the different moves, right? But there's absolutely no possible way that I'm going to like care about what happened in the game of chess tomorrow. I don't really have to stress out about focusing on everything. It's just like all of the focus I do have is going to go into the chess game. And then at the end of it, I'm like, yep, that's cool. And then I fall asleep. That's one thing that I try to do with this channel. I try to have I think with Slay the Spire, especially if you like come home from work or whatever and you've had a stressful day and you've got a lot of stuff churning around in your brain and there just isn't really a need for it to be churning around in your brain right now, I feel like I'm trying to make a channel where you can give as much attention as you want, but you like don't have to stress out about anything that's going on. It's a goal of mine at the moment. I'm sorry that I've made you all fall asleep. You're thinking about work again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not my intention, obviously. Okay. Let's work out how we're killing the Act 4 elites and the heart. Sorry, I just want to buy a Lantern and Clockwork Souvenir. I don't have the best card removes. I'd buy Crippling Cloud. To kill the Act 4 elites, I'm gonna probably do like 12 turns of Intangible or something. You see Songli, that's awesome. Thanks to Laughing Buddha. Lantern and Clockwork Souvenir. What's the card remove if we were to card remove something? I think it might actually be Backstab at this point, just so that we can get to the better cards faster. Although I never got to concentrate, so I can't get cards out of my hand. Maybe that's not right. Maybe Backstab's valuable just because it gets out of our hand. Nah, I'm just gonna do this. These are both good relics for these fights. You think cheese is the addiction that is treated the least seriously? Cheese. Cheese is the actual enemy. You might be right, I have no idea. As previously stated, I find all of this stuff just weird and goofy and confusing. Alright. Looks good. Ow. We may be able to heal off Spire Shield at the end of this fight using bites. Maybe. If I don't put enough poison on Spire Shield to kill it, right? And I don't get so invested in Tangible that I can't block anymore, it'll be weird. Also, I might, like, be dead right now. Yeah. Thanks, Lawarm's Volkhorn product. Appreciate it. Glad you've been enjoying the show. I don't think we beat the heart if we walk into the fight with 14 HP, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Wonder what? Okay, so the thing where we killed the Spire Spear without using poison worked. Or without using poison on the Spire Shield, rather. Nightmare a Bite. We could Nightmare a Bite. Imagine having a Bite plus instead of, like, a battleship. Who's the author who does the short story about the, like, murders in the city, but then it turns out it's an ape? That's the murder that I was trying to think of. Monkey Murders short story. Edgar Allan Poe. 1841. Alright. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I got all of those authors very, very confused. Couldn't really tell you why. Stay intangible for a while. I think I need to get to, like, 40 health. If I get to 40 health, I have a good shot. It's probably possible to win at 16 health. I don't really see why it would be impossible. It just doesn't seem very likely. Edgar Allan Poe was your next door neighbor. That's cool. Joyce has some good short stories. Maybe I'll check them out. Thanks for the recommendation. Six. Maybe we get to 28. Yeah. Okay. Is Escape Plan a good card or a bad card against the Heart with this deck? We've got a lot of decks. Is Unload any good? What card would I want to discard? I don't think so, because it would make me discard Nightmare or Wraith Form or something when I was trying to put together the combo. Should we just skewer the heart for 100 and then, like, assume that we win? How could that possibly not be strong enough to win the run? Okay. If you sub now, will I play XCOM? I'm gonna play XCOM later today, probably. So this keeps me alive this turn. Next turn we get multi-attacked, and the only out in the entire deck is gonna be Malaise. Or like Leg Sweep probably does a lot. Leg Sweep's probably pretty good. How much stuff should I play here? I'm effectively on 6 health. Probably dead. I have bites though. Probably dead. Your meds are making your ears ring. Doesn't sound like fun. Not dead yet. Nightmare and Catalyst Plus, maybe? I have to survive the next multi-attack, and like not even Wraith Form really does that. I need Wraith Form plus block cards. It's not even weakened, and the artifact charges are stopping me. Do I have to play an attack last turn? Fuck. If I went Wraith Form Leg Sweep, I would survive. Do I have to play an attack? I think I killed myself. I've actually won the run. Ugh. Revenge of the Backstab. I played it because I had the excess block and I figured I need to clean my hand out. But if I go Wraith Form Leg Sweep and I have 1 health left here, I legitimately think I win, usually. Oh well. Catalyst clears artifact as long as it would apply poison. As long as the enemy has poison on them already, Catalyst will clear artifact.